kind of just like a great big loud noisy digital camera. This is the lens here. This part's going to be going in your mouth. That's kind of what I see on the screen. And then every time I take a picture, I'm going to rest this on each tooth. It'll beep, and it's just piecing together all those tiny little pictures to make one big 3D picture. So I'm going to leave that here. And it has a lot of air blowing out of there. That air is just going to keep your teeth dry and keep the lens dry. So that part kind of gets annoying. Your mouth just gets super dry, but that's it. And I won't make you go upside down. Sorry. It's okay. Alright, so the computer actually kind of tells me where I'm going in the mouth. So it says lower left buccal, so I'll get you to open it super wide. And it's operated by foot pedals down here. So I just kind of press that foot pedal, wait for it to beep, and that means it takes the picture. There's an awesome voice in there telling me where to go next. And then you just kind of slide it over to the lower left buccal. And it works kind of in quadrants, buccal, and then lingual, then buccal, then lingual. So let's keep going all the way until we get to the front.
And does it blow air as well?
Yeah.
I heard some to keep
Yeah,
it dry.
yeah, just kind of keep the bubbles out of the way, and yeah, keep all the tissue dry so we can see it better. So what it's doing is taking a whole bunch of tiny little pictures and then stitching them together just to make that one big 3D image up there. Alright, so once you get to the center, I'm just going to push the foot pedals again, go to the next section here, open wide. And just try and keep your tongue to the other side. Awesome.
Are there any disadvantages to using this machine?
Yes, one of them is especially for the little guys. This camera is kind of big, so reaching around the back gets kind of hard for them. Opening their mouth wide for about 8 to 10 minutes is hard for them. Also staying still. This camera is very sensitive to movement, so some little guys like to move around, wiggle, and I'm like, can you stop moving? So
that makes sense. Yeah.
That's kind of tough, but I think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages for sure. So then, same thing on the other side.
And how long does it take to usually do the upper and lower impression?
It usually takes about 7 to 8 minutes. So it will say, please retake scan if it doesn't like the scan or if you're moving too much. It's pretty smart. So those pictures are kind of existing on the top, and that just means that it needs a reference point in the back. So if I were to take like a picture of the 6 and then move over to a picture of the 4, it won't recognize that there's a 5 in between, so you have to go back and scan.
Okay.
So it's kind of foolproof. That's pretty smart. So, and it should stitch it all together. Yeah, so the advantages of this scan are basically for gaggers, like if we need to make an appliance for someone and they're a pretty bad gagger, the amount of time you're in the back of their throat is like seconds versus holding the alginate there for a couple of minutes, so that helps for sure. Also the accuracy, I'd say, and you're never really sure if your alginate's going to turn out, right, like bubbles and voids, so whereas this is like 100% accurate all the time. There's like thousands of tiny little reference points and these little laser lights. So, pretty accurate. Sorry, it's not picking up that too thick.